This week on TGC News, Ruger hits more home runs, new products from CZ, Glock, and Strike Industries, and the struggle bus returns. Coltac is no longer just making suppressor wraps and pouches. They're jumping headfirst into the precision rifle game with products like the Cuddle Bag, the Boss Bag, the Ammo Book, and the Rifle Handle. You pick the colors, they build the gear. And because you're awesome and you watch TGC, they're doing a special discount code for you. TGC10 will get 10% off your entire order over at coltac.com. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Jon Patton, and you are watching TGC News. I hope you all had an awesome holiday season. And of course, since this is the first show of 2018, we're going to cover what we missed in the last few weeks. But first, I want to talk to you guys real quick about the TGC podcast. Two things about that. First, the show is not going to replace any current TGC shows. That was never the plan. And second, I'm well aware that a large majority of you are here because you like quick and fast. That's our bread and butter, right? Well, the idea with the podcast is to be able to offer a different type of content for the large amount of folks asking for our other shows like this one and the Legal Brief to be longer. That's the idea with the podcast. We've had tons of great feedback so far, and I appreciate you guys being open and honest with us as we get that show moving. And one more thing before we continue. I want to say thank you to everyone that had kind words to say about the loss of my father. It's been amazing. It's been amazing that so many of you guys actually care. I seriously thank you. Now, the news. We've been gone for a few weeks, so there are tons of things to catch up on. Ruger continues to be front and center with interesting new guns. This time, they've released 3 different models. First, the Security 9, which appears to be a swollen version of their LCP2 pistol. It shares the same trigger and grip design as that gun. Essentially, it is a medium-sized hammer-fired double-stack 9mm with good texturing on the grip and plenty of serrations on the slide. MSRP on that is set at $379, so expect to see it for about $350 on a gun store shelf in the near future. $350 for a Glock 19 sized hammer-fired Ruger? I'll take it. Next up, Ruger expanded the line of precision rifles with the Precision Rimfire. This is exactly what it sounds like, a rimfire version of the acclaimed RPR that we've come to know and love. The key takeaways on this one are the threaded heavy barrel, the big gun bolt throw feel, and my favorite, they simplified the stock adjustments. That's probably one of the most annoying things about the centerfire version of this gun, so seeing that updated here with a single cam lever is a big plus. Think of this as a cross between the Ruger American Rimfire and the RPR. MSRP lands at $529, which is great for a fancy training gun or a cheaper than your competition rifle plinker. And rounding out the Rugers this week, something that I certainly was not expecting. The resurrection of one of the cooler guns of Ruger's past. The Police Carbine was brought to market back in 1996 and was exactly what you would expect from a 90s Ruger. It fed from P-Series mags and was put to bed in 2006. Fast forward to now, Ruger has taken the best of their current knowledge base and put it into this thing. Say hello to the new PC9. Let's run through some of the features real quick. The muzzle is threaded 1/28. The 16-inch cold hammer-forged barrel is fluted and has a set of sights affixed to the top. The receiver has a Picatinny rail right on the top of it. The trigger is out of the 1022, so you know it will work. And then the two smartest things about this gun. First, it's a takedown model, so you can toss this thing in a backpack and hit the trail with little effort. And the smartest thing of all, not only does it take SR9 or Security 9 mags, but it also ships with an adapter so you can run standard Glock mags. Hallelujah! I think it's safe to say that Glock mags are the standard for this generation's pistol caliber carbine, so it's great to see a huge company like Ruger acknowledge that and putting an adapter right in the box for you at no additional cost. The price on this gun is $649 MSRP, and like I've said before, if there is a company paying attention to the market more than Ruger, I'd like to hear about them. What do you guys think? Would you actually buy one of these Rugers? And the Struggle Bus returns this week with some gundustry news. Vista Outdoor CFO Stephen Nolan is set to step down on February 1st to pursue other opportunities, according to a recent press release. That is the second big-time executive to step down in a short period of time over there at Vista. I wonder if these guys know something that we don't know, huh? It's okay though, because Nolan's severance package sounds more like a lottery win. He's getting out of there with a lump sum payment of $515,000, which is his normal salary, as well as some other bonus and healthcare money. Being let go from your job and getting over $500,000. That's what we call a win-win. Good God. Beyond that, Cor-bon, a company best known for their defensive ammunition, has been sold to new owners. According to John Farnham, a friend of the owner of Cor-bon, the company was sold to new owners at the end of 2017, and the Pai family that has owned and operated the company for several decades will no longer be involved. Farnham wrote an article on ammoland.com and unfortunately was not able to provide a lot more details than that. But I know for a fact that ammunition companies have definitely had a hard time this year, so this is not really surprising. Springfield, never one to get things quite right, took another stumble recently when they introduced the 911 or 911 380. I can't exactly prove this, but I am extremely suspicious of this being a direct ripoff of the SIG P238. It's virtually the same thing with a few aesthetic tweaks. A small 1911 style 380. Who asked for this gun, Springfield? Your guess is as good as mine, but when you name a gun after something that can be mistaken as a terrorist attack, I mean, come on, 9/11, seriously? Are we really doing this? I start to wonder where the smart people went at that company. And in some positive gundustry news, Henry has shipped its 1 millionth 22 lever action rifle. That shows you how much it means to make a good product and stand behind American gun owners and American values. Outstanding. Let's do some more rapid-fire news because, yes, there is still more to shove into the show. Glock has introduced a new pistol called the 19X. This is their submission to the modular handgun trials from the Army, sans the external safety. It has a slide the same size as a standard Glock 19 and a grip the same size as a standard Glock 17. So, a 17-round Glock 19. Also, it's brown. Yay! I'm sure this will be a reliable gun and all, but for $750, they can keep it. Hey Glock, I don't know if you know this, but Glock 17 mags still fit in Glock 19s. Just saying. And CC has teased us on Instagram with the new integrally suppressed barrel for the 455 Rimfire rifles. It appears to be user serviceable and potentially have adjustable baffles. The price is where this thing shines. CZ plans on selling this for $400. Really solid value there. Although if you wanted something a little bit fancier and a little more modern design with titanium parts and things of that nature, for only $100 more, you could get into the Tico from KG Made. I'll let you be the judge on that one. And rounding us out is one of the more simple but brilliant products I've seen in a while. Strike Industries is now selling their shift pins for ARs. Long story short, they have a channel machined into them to accept the detent so you no longer have to fight with them or potentially have them flying all over the room. You simply insert the detent, slide it into the takedown pin slot, and then twist the pin to lock it in. Super simple and pretty smart. MSRP on those is just over $20, and they even come in some fancy chrome and gold options. TacPack offers some of the highest quality firearms, EDC, and survival gear in a monthly package shipped right to your door. One month could be heavily focused on gun parts, the next on some sweet survival gear. They're always mixing it up and sending out stuff you will actually use. You now have 3 options for free items from them. Using TGC TQ will get you a free tourniquet, TGC Knife will get you a folding knife, and TGC Tool will get you a sweet pocket-sized multi-tool. To get your free item, punch in those codes over at TacPack.com. You know what time it is? Friendly fire time. This week, our first question from the TGC Nation Facebook group comes to us from Christian Enevoldson, and he asks, what is the best rifle platform for someone looking to tiptoe into the precision rifle setup? The one with the most options is far and away the Remington 700, but as far as out-of-the-box performance and reliability and quality, it's a tie for me between the Ruger American, which is really good value, and the slightly more expensive Savage 110. It's really a matter of figuring out what features you want, how much you're willing to pay for ammo, and then how far you want to shoot accurately. Jimmy Williams Jr. wants to know what we can expect from SHOT Show this year. Well, from the manufacturers, I think this will be a year when smaller companies have a chance to shine brighter than normal. With the current state of the industry, innovation is super important, and typically the innovators are hiding in the smaller booths. That being said, we here at TGC plan to release over 30 videos that will be filmed during that week. So get ready for a ton of coverage from TGC. My question to you guys this week: what do you want to see from SHOT Show this year? Is there a certain product that you already know about that we absolutely have to cover for you guys? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want your question answered right here on the show, you can send that to me over at theguncollective.com. And that is it for this week's show, guys. You know what to do. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with your friends. That's a massive help. If you didn't, let me know why down in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, please get subscribed because you won't want to miss a single episode of the show. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. The shirts worn in today's video on the Gun Collective have been provided by Patriot Patch. Closed captions have also been brought to you by Patriot Patch Company. Be sure to click the link in the video description to check out all of their great products, including their cleaning mats.